Hey, Tsunami, how are y'all doing? Oh, come on, y'all can do better than that. How are y'all doing? All right, come on and help us sing these songs together. Hands together. The reason for my song, and I only wanna sing. If I sing with everything, if I sing for you, my King, and I can't imagine why I would do this all for high. 'Cause it's all to lift you high. Whoa. You don't want perfection, just my soul's attention. All I have is what I'll give. It's more than a song that lasts for a moment. I'll live a life full of honest worship. If I'm here to sing, then I'll sing with purpose. All the praise, Lord, you deserve it now. I only wanna sing. If I sing with everything, if I sing for you, my King, I can't imagine why I would do this all for hype. 'Cause it's all to lift you high. Whoa. Sing with everything, if I sing for you, my King. Whoa. All right, thank you guys for singing with us. You may be seated.
What's up? How's everyone doing? You guys can take a seat. Find your way back. It is great to see everyone at Tsunami. It's been a good week. How many of you had a great week? Great week so far. Oh, yeah.
That didn't sound like a really good week
No,
to me.
like five people had a good
How many
week.
of y'all had a good week?
How many had a good week?
How many of y'all are excited to be at Tsunami tonight?
Give it up for Tsunami.
We got more cheers than your week did. I'm excited about Tsunami.
Hey, we got a few quick things we want to go over with you guys. The first thing we need to cover tonight is our first rule. And it's something very, very important, and it changes. No, it doesn't. It is the same exact rule every single week. And I think you guys can help me. When Tsunami starts, we're what? We are all in, okay? When Tsunami starts, we're all in. So that means tonight, when we worship in our games, in our small groups, when Brett is sharing tonight, we are all into what is going on up here on the stage. Okay? You guys can do that tonight? Cool.
That's exciting. All right, how many of y'all are on Instagram? How many of y'all know that we at Tsunami are on Instagram? How many of y'all are following us? Okay, so we're on Instagram. That's not my slide. All right, we're on Instagram, so you all need to follow us. We actually picked the contestants for tonight's game based off people who were following us and commented. So it's worth it to follow us.
Find us on Tsunami at PC3ILM_Tsunami. Follow us. You guys can stay up to date on what's going on. How many of you saw the video on there? So you guys know what's about to happen. Make sure you guys continue to take videos, take pictures. Our hashtag is only at Tsunami. You'll get more follows if you guys are sharing what's going on here. Tonight we are picking contestants for our game based on those that commented on our video, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and just pick some random people that have commented. I see a Christian K. Mack, 2003. Christian K. Mack. Woo!
All right.
Come on up. Hey, Christian, are you in a small group? Do you have a leader?
Who's your small group
We
leader?
need your leader to come up.
Alan.
Ooh.
That'd be T-Ronk. Come here, bud.
We need Skyclogs.
There you go. That's that young lady.
Skyclogs.
She clogs. Skylar and she clogs. Say it again. What? Why do you have that handle?
Hello.
Because I do a style of dance and it's clogging.
She's a clogger. Who's your small group leader?
Ren.
There she is. Hi. Are you excited? You should be excited. All right. Who's our third one? Did we lose you? I think we broke Taylor's microphone.
Sorry about that. Last one is, I gotta pick Aubrey Andrews. Come on up. She commented like, how many times? 15 times? That's persistence, people. Okay, I don't know about that. Oh, yes. All right, so it's very simple. If you guys can just take a step back a little bit. Me and Jason are going to give you guys an example. This game is called Elephant Wars, okay? It's very simple. We're going to put these stockings over our heads. Like so. I have snot all in here right now. There's snot everywhere. All right, so the object is to get the other person's stocking or trunk off of their head. All right? So the rules are we got to be close, we got to be on these marks, and our hands have to be on our knees, and we're going to try to wrap our trunks around each other and try to get the other person's off. We're going to give it a go, and then we're going to move quickly to the contestants tonight.
3, 2, 1, go. Jason!
I'm terrible at Elephant Wars. All right, so that's pretty simple. Tonight they are getting one-of-a-kind Tsunami winner bracelets. And we have 3 of them, but they are one of a kind. So, we got our first contestants. You guys I called up first, right up here in the middle.
That was not excited enough. Let's hear it for our first contestant.
Oh.
That was better.
Here you go.
All right. Are we ready?
All right, ready? 3,
2.
2, 1, go.
Oh, I like the technique.
You guys
and
got
they're
it.
attached.
Back in the middle. Get him. Almost.
The goal is not to knock out your student. It's to attach. There you go, that ball.
Oh!
That was good. Nice try.
Leader, oh yes, right to the student. I love it. Thank you guys. Next up.
Great job.
Sky Clogs.
Skyclogs, that is the best name.
You should see her clog. It's impressive. We've seen it multiple times. She did it in a dance-off at Fuse. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
All right, you got to get your hands on your knees so no one gets hurt. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. You guys look awesome.
Hair really interferes.
I don't care what anyone says. You guys are my hero.
I'm pretty sure you're not touching at all. Nope. You're not touching. Nope, not even close.
Oh.
Nope. She's
was
attacking
close.
herself.
You got to get closer.
You have be more vigorous with your. Oh, and her thing came off.
Disqualified.
She lost by forfeit.
I'm sorry.
Aw.
I'm sorry.
Let's hear it for Sky Clogs.
Hey, you're a winner for effort. I love it. Thank you, guys. All right, last up,
Are you ready?
Aubrey.
How comfortable is that mask right now?
Okay.
How comfortable is that mask right now?
It's so comfortable.
You guys, I think this is going to catch on. You guys can wear those to school. Nice. Nice. All right, ready?
Oh,
3,
Lord.
2, 1, go.
There it goes.
Oh, that was close.
Keep going. You're giving up. Don't give up. Use the spin. Use the spin. There you go. Now
You got it. You got it.
somebody needs to spin in the opposite direction.
You got to go. You got to go. There you go. Get it. Get it. Oh. Nice.
That was amazing.
Here you go. You got a lovely bracelet. You don't want it?
You are
Awesome.
officially a
Awesome.
Tsunami
Let's
winner.
give them a round of applause. Elephant Wars is pretty awesome. Hey, I want to let you guys in on a little secret. How many of you guys like secrets? Secrets. I love secrets. I got one for you guys, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying anything. We've got an awesome event planned for you in 1 month. An awesome event, and that's all you guys are going to know right now. But we got an awesome event coming up. You guys need to be here next week to find out more information about what we have going on, what's planned for you. Band, if you guys want to come back up on stage, I want you guys all to stand up. Hold on. And I want you to find someone, and I want you to shake their hand as hard as you possibly can. As hard as you can.
Make sure you're introducing yourself while you do that. That way we don't seem cruel.
Now I want you to find someone else. Thank you, guys. We're about to worship.
Natalie, you can call it whenever y'all are ready.
With every breath, with every word I speak, with every step, with every heartbeat. Jesus, let it be for you only, my whole life, all for your glory. With every breath, with every word I speak, with every step, with every heartbeat. Oh Jesus, let it be for you only, my whole life, all for your glory. Yeah, yeah. And my life is in your hands. I trust it all. I trust it all to you. My dreams and all my plans. Trust it all. I trust it all. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same because of your love. Because of your love. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same because of your love. Because of you, Jesus. Whoa, because of you, Jesus. Whoa, for all my days, God, you are my guide. I give you all, my heart is open wide. Oh Jesus, let it be for you only, my whole life, all for your glory, all for your glory, yeah. And my life is in your hands, I trust it all, I trust it all to you, my dreams and all my plans, trust it all, I trust it all. Forever I'm changed, I'll never be the same because of your love, because of your love. Forever I'm changed, I'll never be the same because of your love, because of you, Jesus. Whoa, because of you, Jesus. Whoa, and you are everything, everything. You are all I need, all I need. I am forever in love with you. Forever in love with you. Are everything, everything. You are all I need, all I need. I am forever in love with you. You are everything, everything. You are all I need, all I need. I am forever in love with you, forever in love with you. Are everything, everything. You are all I need, all I need. I'm forever in love with you. And my life is in your hands. I trust it all, I trust it all to you. My dreams and all my plans, trust it all, I trust it all. Forever I'm changed, I'll never be the same because of your love, because of your love. Forever I'm changed, I'll never be the same because of your love, because of you, Jesus. Whoa, because of you, Jesus. Whoa, whoa. In the fall, you were there. Grace began before I was aware. A shame too great for me to hide. Covered now because of Jesus Christ. Can't believe the price you paid for me, what you did not owe, so that I could know you. How can it be You chose someone like me to declare your praise for the glory of your name. To the one who gave it all, I belong with all my heart and soul. And every gain I count as lost when I survey the wonder of the cross. I can't believe the price you paid for me, what you did not owe, so that I could know you. How can it be you chose someone like me to declare your praise for the glory of your name? Gave your life upon a cross, whoa, to make your home within my heart. Oh, what a faithful God you are. Whoa, your praise forever in my heart. You gave your life upon a cross, whoa, to make your home within my heart. Oh, what a faithful God you are. Your praise forever in my heart. I can't believe the price you paid for me, what you did not owe, so that I could know you. How can it be you chose someone like me to declare your praise for the glory of your name? I can't believe the price you paid for me, what you did not owe, so that I could know you. How can it be you chose someone like me to declare your praise for the glory of your? You gave your life upon a cross, whoa, to make your home within my heart. Oh, what a faithful God you are. Whoa, your praise forever in my heart. Lord, we thank you so much for the love and the mercy that you have extended us, for that sacrifice that you made. Sometimes it's hard to fathom just how much you've done for us and just how much you're continuing to do for us. Even when we're not grateful, God, I want you to know that we thank you. We thank you for being with us through the good and the bad. And it's in your precious and holy name that we pray, amen. You guys may be seated.
Pretend that this isn't true. Every living person who has ever, will ever, and is currently living on this planet is asking for three things. Love me, like me. And don't leave me. It's what we all have in common.
All right, so we are in this series called Me, and it is all about me. Well, actually, it's all about you. It's actually all about all of us. So we're talking about three things mainly, three things that all of us have in common. And they just were said at the end of that video, right? That all of us want to be loved. We talked about that last week. All of us want to be loved, but sometimes we're rejected. So what do we do when we're rejected? Well, we remember the fact that God was rejected too. And even though we feel rejected sometimes, that God loves us. He sent his son to prove that. Next week, we're going to talk about the fact that we don't want anybody to leave us. We don't want to lose the things and the people that we care about the most. So what happens when that happens? Because if we still lose, people disappoint us. We get our hearts broken. So what do we do when our hearts get broken? So it's something we all desire, not for our hearts to be broken. And tonight, we're going to talk about one that doesn't sound as serious as love me or don't leave me. But for middle schoolers especially, everyone, adults included, but middle schoolers especially, this is a big deal. Everyone wants to be liked. Everyone wants to be liked. We all want to be liked. Some might try to play like you're cool, and I don't really care if people like me, I don't care what people think, but the truth is, deep down inside, we all want to be liked. And I want you to know this, wanting to be liked is normal and okay. The fact that you want people to like you is normal, and it's okay to feel that way. We've all had those feelings. I remember being in middle school. I'm going to talk about something that's a little embarrassing because my daughter's in the room, but it's true, and she just needs to know these things. All right? When I was in middle school, I had a rotation. I had a rotation of 3 girls that I liked on rotation. So there were 3 girls and it was a rotation. So one girl was Melissa Lydell, one girl was Jennifer Buglino, she was Italian, and the other girl was Joelle Pascal, she was French. All right, so I had a rotation. So sometimes I would like Jennifer, and then when I figured out that I had no chance with Jennifer, I would move, oh no, but I really like Joelle. And then Joelle would want nothing to do with me. So I'd really like Melissa, and I would hope that at some point my rotation of liking them would match up with their rotation of liking me, possibly, and maybe we'd be together. It just so happened that one day that my rotation matched up with Melissa Lydell's rotation. And I found out through the grapevine that Melissa Lydell liked me. And I don't even know if I was on that at that point, if I was really into her at that point or not, but I automatically was when I found out she liked me. So I think there was some note passing and stuff like that going on. So before you could text, right? There was no such thing as a cell phone back then, although it was just you had to carry it in a massive bag. All right, so I was in the hallway after class, and Melissa was walking toward me, and I was walking toward Melissa, and she was like, I was like, hey. She was like, hey. I was like, how's it going? She's like, good. So did you hear I like you? I was like, I knew it. And she was like, you knew it? Well, then I don't like you anymore. And I was like, no, she took it as, I know. But I was like, I know, this is awesome. I know you like me, and we were at the same time. And she was like, she took it as, I thought I was like really super cool. I was like, I know, and she didn't like me anymore. And I wanted her to like me, and she didn't like, you guys feel these things? Yeah. Am I alone? All right. Here's the truth. We all want to be liked. It's normal to want to be liked, but the truth is, there are going to be times when we're just not going to be liked. We're not always going to be liked. We're going to do something dumb. We're going to say something stupid. We're going to think we're cooler than we thought we were. And we're going to find out sometimes that people don't like us, and this happens a lot at school. It happened to my friend Billy. I have a friend named Billy. I've actually got a video I'm going to show you of my friend Billy at school. Check this out real quick.
But there are these other molecules saying, hey, we'd like some energy too. And it uses its own pigment molecule, chlorophyll, to carry out the action. This does not make the ribosomes happy. chlorophyll is caught in the middle of this.
Chlorophyll? More like borophyll. Right?
He's a little bit stuffy in here, huh?
Don't talk to me.
And why is that?
Because you're a loser.
I don't know from these ribosomes. And chlorophyll helps chloroplast.
No, I will not make out with you. Did you hear that? This girl wants to make out with me in the middle of class? You got chlorophyll man up there talking about God knows what. All she's talking about is making out with me. I'm here to learn, everybody, not to make out with you. Go on with the chlorophyll.
O'Doyle rules. Thanks a lot, O'Doyle. Nice meeting you.
Wait till they start with the wedgies.
Yeah, you ought to start cutting your underwear before you get to school, so it rips easier.
I see. Who are you guys?
We're the guys everybody used to pick on before you started here.
Oh, no, they ain't picking on me. They just give me a hard time because I'm the new guy and a little first day hazing.
Are you in loser denial or something?
Loser? I ain't no loser. I was the king of this high school. 100 friends, million parties. You guys are losers, not me.
And that is what a prime member is.
All right, so can anybody relate to that? A couple people? Because here's the thing. Billy, my friend Billy, he thought he was cool, and he realized really quickly he wasn't as liked as he thought he was. So the question I have for you guys is, what do you do when you feel like you're not liked? What do you do when you feel like people just don't like you anymore? Maybe you had some friends that you thought were your friends, and all of a sudden you just got like cropped out of an Instagram picture. What do you do? And here's the thing, guys. Social media makes this so much worse. When Billy and I went to school, there was no such thing as Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. So it took us a long time to figure out people didn't like us. Now, all you have to do is post a picture. And if you're not getting enough likes, or if the right people aren't liking or commenting and they're telling you how beautiful you are with enough time, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Because my identity's tied to this Instagram, and we joke about it, but it's true. What do you do when you feel like people don't like you? Here's the danger. Here's the danger. Couple of dangers when it comes to when you feel like people, when you don't feel like you're likable. First danger is your emotions can run wild. And that's not just because you're in middle school, okay? All of us, our emotions can run wild. So like for 1 minute, you post a picture that gets a ton of likes, and you're like, heart emoji. Yeah, you're like, praise. You feel really good about yourself. So your emotions are like, woo, I feel awesome. But then you embarrass yourself in front of your PE class. And you're like, awkward turtle. Then you end up sitting by yourself at lunch again, and it's like, single tear. So our emotions can run wild with how we feel at the moment. Here's the next danger. You could really start not liking yourself. You may begin to start believing the lie that you are unlikable, and you start not liking yourself, and this could lead to some really dangerous stuff. It leads us to do two things. When you feel rejected, when you feel people don't like you, it can lead to you retreating. We talked about this last week. Like sometimes it causes us to retreat, to pull away, to start not liking ourselves, to get emotional, to isolate ourselves, feel like we're not worthy of other people liking us, shut off from being hurt, and eventually it can lead to self-hurt. Like when you don't feel liked, in order to feel anything, you'll hurt yourself to feel. That's a dangerous place to be based on how you're feeling. So we can retreat. And some of you, when you feel like people don't like you, you act out. You do everything you can to make them please like me, please like me. And guys and girls do this differently. Guys do this by doing dumb stuff. The guys are all asking, do I have what it takes? Do I have what it takes? And because guys want to know if they have what it takes, if they feel like people don't like them, they do dumb things to make people like them. Make terrible choices, experiment with things they probably shouldn't be experimenting with, going places they probably shouldn't go to prove to others that they're worth liking, to prove that they have what it takes. Girls, you do this and you act out in different ways. Girls are asking the question, am I worth it? And so a lot of times, we'll get attention as a cheap substitute for being liked or being loved. When you don't feel like you're being liked, when you don't feel like you're being loved, you go for attention. Guys do it by doing dumb stuff. Girls do it by the way they dress, by the way they act, by the way they take their standards and lower them so that somebody might actually show them attention when what you really want is to be loved or you really want to be liked. And those are dangerous places to go when you feel like you're not liked. The last dangerous place we go when we feel we're not liked is anxiety. And in middle school, you are feeling more anxiety than any generation has ever felt in middle school. Some of it's academic, some of it's pressure you put on yourselves, some of it's sports pressure, some of it is social media pressure, some of it, and it produces a ton of anxiety inside of you where you don't know what to do to get rid of feeling like that simply because you feel like you're not likable. So you see where it may not seem like this is as important as being loved or not losing things that are important to you. Being liked is right up there with those things, especially in middle school. Here's a question I have for you. Because the world's going to tell you to have more self-esteem. You need to just feel better about yourself. You need to build up your self-esteem. My question for you is, what if we started exchanging? Because self-esteem doesn't last. Trying to make yourself feel better about who you are doesn't last. What if we started exchanging self-esteem for Christ esteem? What if we started exchanging how we felt about ourselves for how Jesus, for how God feels about us? I think it would change how we feel about ourselves. So we're going to talk about a guy named Paul. Paul wrote a letter to a group of Christians. And what you need to know about Paul is that Paul was super popular. He was very well liked. Before he became a Christian, he was in a group of people that were the elite of the elite when it came to the religious system of the day. He was like the number one guy. He was the number one religious person. Everybody looked to him. He was super popular, super accepted. And he wrote this. He wrote in Philippians 4, in this letter he was writing to a church. He said in Philippians 4, he said, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, make your requests known to God." You're sitting there thinking, Paul, you're popular. People like you. It's easy for you to say, don't be anxious about anything. You're not at my school. You're not at Noble. You're not Myrtle Grove Christian. You're not WCA. You're not at all these Christian schools, or all these schools that all these kids are. You're like, it's easy for you as a popular person to say, don't be anxious. Let me tell you a little bit more about Paul. See, Paul, he had an encounter with Jesus. He met Jesus on the road to go and kill Christians. He was going to be gathering up people who followed Jesus and taking them to imprison them and have them killed. And Jesus shows up and he's like, "Hey, why are you persecuting my church?" And Paul's like, "Whoa, you really are real. Like, you really are who you said you were. Jesus is real." And he has this encounter and he begins to follow Jesus. Now, wonder what happened to Paul when he started following the God of the people he was going to kill. He wasn't popular with either group. He wasn't popular with his original friends because now he's switched teams, and now he's not popular with Christians because they're like, "Dude, you're like trying to kill us. How do we know you're not trying to fake us out and kill us more?" Like, he had no friends. He went from being the most popular to be hated. In fact, the Pharisees were trying to kill him. Like, his old friends tried to kill him multiple times. That's the ultimate of not being liked. And Paul went from the top to the bottom. And while he's in jail for being a Christian, imprisoned by people because they didn't like him so much, he writes, "Don't be anxious about anything." So it changes the way that we look at what he said. And here's what you need to know about Paul. Paul knew that there was something bigger going on than just being liked. Paul was on a mission to tell people about Jesus, and he didn't care whether people liked him or not. But I think the other reason he didn't care what people thought about him or not was because he knew how God thought about him. Paul at some point had exchanged self-esteem for Christ's esteem. He said, what God thinks about me is so much more important than what everybody else. Now, it's okay to want to be liked. But Paul knew there was something bigger going on. Here's what Paul knew. See, Paul, as somebody who was really popular before he became a Christian, popular with the religious people, all those people had the first 5 books of the Bible memorized. All Jewish people had the first 5 books of the Bible memorized. Paul, at the position he was, had like the entire Old Testament memorized. Like the entire Old Testament. And so he knew, deep down inside himself, here's what he knew was recorded in Psalm 139. It says this, Lord, you have searched me, and you know, this is like these first couple verses before we get to this. These are kind of like the creepy Santa Claus God verses, but just stay with me. Oh Lord, you have searched me and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you know it completely, O Lord. You hem me in behind and before. You have laid your hand on me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. He goes on into the verses what we have up here, verses 13 and 14. He says, for you created, this is how much God knows us. You created my inmost being. This is talking about not just Paul, but all of you. The creator of the universe, who changed Paul's life drastically, says, this is how I feel about you. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. He made you exactly the way that you were supposed to be before you were born. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Paul knew how God felt about him. Paul knew that God liked him. And let me illustrate this for you, because the point I want you to know is that because he made you, he likes you. Because God made you, he likes you. Because the Creator always likes the things that he creates. And it's true about all of us. Now, my son, he is going to be 9 in like 2 months, but so he's 8 right now. But when he was like 3, 4 years old, he loved superheroes. And so we would get together and we would draw superheroes. And I would draw them, and he would try to copy the drawings that I was doing. And so here's a couple of his superhero pictures. All right, these are like a 3, 4-year-old. Okay, so on the left, we've got Batman and Joker. That's a Joker, people. All right, and then on the right there, Spider-Man, right. So we got these next pictures, right? On the left, Batman, right? Old school gray uniform, yep. And then I think it's Iron Man. I think it's supposed to be Iron Man. Let me ask you this. Are these great works of art? You guys are terrible art critics. All right, so here's the point. These are not going to hang in a gallery. These are not going to be looked at. Somebody back there was like, dude, those are like abstract art. I'm like, okay, but they were like, it's not a masterpiece by an artist. But you know what Braden has? Braden has a notebook, a 3-ring binder full of these pictures. And he still takes them out, and he still looks at them. And what's really cool is they're kind of in order, so you can see the progression of his ability to create and to draw. Braden loves those pictures. Why? Because he created them. The Creator always likes what he creates, always loves it, because he created it. He put time into it. God formed you. God created you. You're exactly and you may not like who you are right now, but God does. You may not think that anybody likes you. And that's probably not true, but it is how you feel. What if we started replacing our self-esteem with how God esteems us, with how Jesus esteems us? Here's what Paul understood. Even when we feel unlikable, God still likes us. He likes us enough to go to a cross and die for us, to give us life. So what do you do? What do you do when you start feeling like you're unlikable? What do you do when you feel like people don't like you? When you start unliking yourself? First of all, you need to give yourself a break. You need to let yourself off the hook a little bit. Because you're gonna do dumb things, you're gonna do embarrassing things, you're gonna do things that sometimes make people not like you. I was obnoxious in middle school. People probably did not like me. It's okay. I've survived. I'm still a somewhat well-adjusted adult. But you need to let yourself off the hook. Give yourself a break, because sometimes you just do dumb stuff, and it just happens. Next, you need to remember that God likes you because he made you. In those moments when you feel unlikable, when you feel unlovable, that's not the truth. The truth is, because he created you, he likes you. And the last thing you can do is what Paul said in his verse. Take your anxieties, take your worries, and give them to God. Hey, God, I'm not feeling like I like myself right now, and it's kind of making me feel anxious and nervous. You take your requests, you take your worries, you take your anxieties, and you turn them into prayer requests to God. That's what you do. You give yourself a break, you remember that God likes you, and you take your anxiety and you turn them into prayers. And I think that when you're going to navigate and this emotional world of middle school so much better when we remember the truth that God likes us, even when we feel unlikable. Let's pray. Thank you, God, for sending your son to die for us, to prove to us that you love us, to go to the extreme to show us that you like us. Thank you for David writing Psalm 139 so that we could know how you feel about us. The fact that you took the time to knit us together before we were born, to make us exactly the way you wanted us, and to be our creator, and because of that, you like us. You love us. I pray that we will remember that in moments where we feel unlikable. I pray that we'll be able to let ourselves off the hook and give ourselves a break every now and then. Maybe not take ourselves so seriously. And I pray that we'll begin to take our worries and our anxieties about how we feel and turn them into prayers to you. I pray this in your name. Amen. All right. Hey, have a seat. Have a seat. Raise your hand really quick if tonight is your very first time at Tsunami. Raise your hand. For very first time at Tsunami. Guys, thank you so much for coming. That is not true about you, but it's true about some of these guys. Hey, listen, if you're here for the first time and you do not know where to go for small groups, the cafe is over here. Taylor Swander, our middle school coordinator, is going to be there to meet you and get you to know where to go. So if you have no idea where to go meet Taylor. 6th graders, go. Everybody else, stay. 6th graders, you're going through these doors right here. Move quickly, 6th grade. We're running behind tonight. 6th grade, go. Everybody else, stay. Sixth graders, go, go, go. You are not new. It's a lie. You like this, Harrison, right? Did you just do that from the stage? Most amazing bottle flip ever. Hey, 7th and 8th grade, listen. If you don't know where to go, check out the cafe. They will help you get where you need to go. Leaders and students, you are dismissed. Have a great small group.
status quo for all my days.